Good morning, everyone. Marta Ermias here, coming to you live from Columbus, Ohio. I hope you guys are doing awesome. Today's Wednesday. We're approaching towards the end of the month. I hope that you guys are doing great. Good to see you, everyone. Good morning, Tolda. Good morning, Kasai. Good to see you here. This is Marta Ermias. I am an entrepreneur. I live in Columbus, Ohio. I have three passions. Entrepreneurship, personal growth, and contribution are my three passions because I believe that they can lead to fulfillment. Hi Haptom, hi Davitom, hello Hollins, Shalom, how's everybody doing? Shalom, good to see you here. Tedros, please tell me where you guys are joining from, what country at least. I know that a lot of you are from the US and some are from outside the US. I'd like to know where you guys are joining in from, and I appreciate you for doing that. All right, well, so today I'm going to talk about 8 ways to create an awesome relationship with your mentors. Okay, we're going to talk about mentorship a little bit today. Mentorship is one of the things that has become very popular in the last 10 years. This is from my reading, and one of the things that has really helped me personally in growing, and personally as well as becoming an entrepreneur, because my background wasn't necessarily entrepreneurship. I was actually a community college assistant dean for about 9 years, and all of my career has been in the community college system. So I wasn't necessarily a business owner prior to that, and I haven't really learned anything about running a business prior to that. However, one of the things that I believe has helped me a lot in transitioning from working for someone else to working for myself is mentorship. And so today I want to talk about mentorship, and I hope to inspire you to go out there, seek for mentors so that you can really reap the benefit of learning quicker and with making less mistakes, basically, as you're learning about whatever journey that you're taking on. So what is mentorship? Mentorship is where someone who's more experienced than you in a specific area is guiding you. Good morning, Jerry. Good to see you. So yeah, mentorship is where someone who's more experienced than you are in a specific area is giving you guidance, is leading you, and are imparting their ways to you, so that you are making less of mistakes as you're growing in whatever area that you're pursuing. And it's very important that we understand the value of mentorship, because it can really help us avoid mistakes, learn faster, get to our goals quicker. Okay, mentorship really helps you get to your goal quicker, because what you don't know. And when you're new to a specific area, yes, you can learn from experience, but you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and you're going to learn from the mistakes that you made, which is really fine. However, it takes you longer when you're trying to do that. However, when a mentor is mentoring you, half of the stuff that you learn, you're learning from them. So that's why it becomes extremely important. But there's a few things that we really need to understand when we're seeking for mentors. The mentors that we're seeking obviously have more experience, are probably more successful than us. They don't necessarily have to be older than us. Sometimes, people who are much younger could have a lot more experience and expertise in the areas that we're looking for mentorship. Age is really not a factor in there. However, they are probably extremely busy if they're successful, and not only that, they really value their time. So usually mentorship relationship is free. They're giving you mentorship not because they get financial reward out of it, but a lot of times successful people like to give back, and that's probably why they're mentoring you. However, their time is valuable, so you really want to make sure to get the mentorship relationship really to the best of it. You want to make sure that you understand that their time is valuable as much as your time is valuable as well. And you also want to really learn about your mentor. You really want to pick your mentor properly and make sure that it's actually the right fit for them and for you as well. And you also want to be someone who asks a lot of questions and when they give you advice, you want to be the person that really puts their advice into action, okay? So once you find a mentor, what is the best way to make sure that you have the best or awesome relationship with that mentor and it's really benefiting you? Most of the time, mentorship is for a period of time. It's not like it could be a lifelong process, but it's really not. A lot of times it's not a lifelong process. You will learn what you need to learn from your mentor, and maybe go move to the next mentor or find different mentors, and they will probably want to move on and mentor other people as well. So usually it's for a period of time, and during that period of time though, you really want to make the best out of it. You want to have an awesome relationship. So what I will be talking about right now is 8 points that can really help someone create a good mentor-mentee relationship. And just going into it, these are a few things that could help you understand how to make the best out of the relationship. So number 1, when you are working with a mentor, obviously you're there to learn, and they're the ones who are going to be guiding you. However, one of the things that you really want to understand is mentors also would like to get some value out of you. So which means that when you are in the relationship, you want to think of a way that you can add value to the mentorship. So it could be, well, first of all, there could be a few things that they can learn from you, a few things that they can learn. So you want to be open to find out what it is that they can get out of you, basically a few things that they can learn from you. Sometimes older mentors may not be very savvy in technology, and you may be savvy in technology. Maybe that's an area that you can help them. Sometimes it may not be necessarily, you have strength that they may not have, and you really want to go ahead and contribute that. But sometimes it could just be you being yourself and being a good friend, okay? The friendship that they're getting out of you could be the value that they're getting. However, the number 1 thing that you really want to think about is don't go there to take, because it could be so draining to them. If it's like a session where you're picking their brain only, out of that session, mentorship session, you also want to add value. So always be prepared to add value, and always think about what value you can add to the mentorship relationship. Because by default, you feel like you're just going there to take, but if you go there to give as well, the mentorship relationship is going to be one scale up. It's really going to be a lot better. So the number 1 thing is ask how you can, and you can be straightforward and you can ask them, okay? You can ask how you can contribute to the relationship. You can ask them, what is it that I can do to help? What can I do to help you? You can ask that, and maybe they'll tell you. If not, you can just find out for yourself how you can add value to that relationship. Number 2, to make an awesome mentorship relationship is you want to shadow them. What do I mean by shadowing? Shadowing is when you're like watching someone in action, okay? Instead of just learning from them theories and concepts, which is really good, but you also want to like watch them as they're doing things, because a lot of times that's when we actually pick a lot from mentors. And I can tell you this, over the weekend, one of my mentors was in town, and I spent a lot of time with him. We had lunch, dinner. I saw him working in action. We had a meeting with someone, a potential business partner. And I just watching him, I learned so much. I just learned so much. It's just the posture, how they go about things, their thought process, and the way they react in times of when there's an issue or a problem, how they do. All of that is really what you can learn a lot from that, and that's really shadowing. So you want to make sure that you want to find a time where you can spend a day, maybe even 2 days or 3 days, just watching them in action as they're doing their own thing, whatever you're trying to learn. That's shadowing. So that's number 1 you want to do. And they feel fulfilled as well. As you're shadowing them, they know that you're learning a lot. That's the best way to learn. And they feel fulfilled as well. So pretty much you're giving value back as well. And that's one way to really build a good mentor-mentee relationship. Number 3 during after every mentorship session that you have, you want to come up with SMART goals. Okay, once you have a session, you really want to put together an action plan. What is your goal? You know, because there's going to be some action plans based on your session. If you have a session and you don't do anything after that and you come back for another session, that's really not adding value to you, and they will notice that you're really not gaining from the time that you're spending with them. And if that's the case, then they're not going to continue to want to help you, because they really want to provide value. And if they feel like they're not making a difference or they're not making an impact, it's really going to hurt the mentorship relationship. So after every session, you want to end with a SMART goal. What do I mean by SMART goal? SMART is spelled S-M-A-R-T. S is for specific, M is for measurable, R is for A is for achievable, R is for realistic, and T is for time related. So your goals need to be very specific, realistic, they need to be measurable, and they have to have a timestamp on it. So basically you want to have a specific goal of what you are going to do on a specific date based on what you guys have discussed during the mentorship session. And then once you do that, during your next mentorship session with them, you want to report what your achievements were, what worked, what didn't work, based on really what the actions that you took, that is. Okay. Number 4, you want to prepare an agenda going into it. Okay. Part of your agenda could be like really the reflection of, you've already put together a goal and you've already been working on those goals, and you want to give them a report. This is what worked, this is what not worked, this helped me. So you really want to come with an agenda. And your agenda also has to include the stuff that you really want to talk about with them. Because, and again, mentorship session could be anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. And during that time, you want to make the best use of the time. So you want to come up with at least a few things that you really want to discuss during those, just during that mentorship session. So you really don't want to go into the session expecting for them to come up with something and teach you on specific things. You want to come prepared, really put your thoughts into it, and have specific things that you want to talk about with them. And number 5 is you want to bring at least 3 specific questions, 3 things that you want them to help you with. You want to prepare ahead of time and come up with at least 3 specific questions, and that will help you focus on what you're needing help with, in whatever area that you're needing help with. So that's another thing. And number 6 is you wanna ask them for their honest feedback. So basically, first of all, you want to be the kind of person that accepts constructive criticism. You have to be okay. Mentorship relationship is really built on honesty. You really want it to be very honest. You want them to be transparent, but you also want to communicate that with them. Let them know that you're open to constructive criticism and that you appreciate it. If they know that, they're going to give you the truth. They're going to give you an honest feedback, and that's really where some of it may not even feel comfortable. It might even be a little bit hurtful, but that's where that's the most value you're going to get out of that, because that's going to help you the most. So if you express it and if you let them know that you're open to open criticism or constructive criticism, then they're not going to hold back. But if they feel like you can get hurt or you're not going to take it well, they may hold back and you may not get the best or the most out of it. So when you are working with a mentor, it's not just for them to encourage you. It's not for them to become your cheerleader. They are going to tell you the truth, and that's what's going to help you. So you really want to be prepared for that. And number 7 is you want to take an active approach. When you are during the mentor-mentee session, you don't want to be, yes, you want to be a very good listener, but you also want to give them feedback on the stuff that they're telling you. Ask them for more explanation, or after you understand what they've told you, kind of summarize it. That way you're communicating with them and letting them know how deeply you've understood it, as opposed to just listen quietly and say, oh yeah, I got it all, and then move. No, that's very passive participant. You want to be an active participant, and that will give them fulfillment, and they will understand that they're helping you, and it will improve, or it will make the mentor-mentee relationship really awesome as well. And number 8, which is really the most important one, mentors get inspired by people who take action. Okay, after you like, if you're taking action and putting their advice into action, and you're really exercising or experiencing what they're teaching you, 2 things will happen. Number 1, you will gain more experience because you are taking action and you're learning. So the mentorship sessions are helping you. They're going to help you to the most. And number 2, they get satisfaction out of that because their time is not being wasted. They're actually really helping you, and that will make them feel like they want to give even more. So you want to take action, and that's something that you want to do. Now, these are like 8 different things that you want to do between mentor-mentee relationship. A lot of people ask for mentors. It's kind of a popular thing right now, and people ask, can you please mentor me? But they really don't understand how to become a good mentee. Mentors are very cautious about their time, and they're not going to say, yes, I will mentor you to everyone, okay? They want to see that you're worth mentoring. Actually, the good mentors, they will ask you a lot of questions. They will want to relate with you. They'll ask you a lot of questions why you're seeking a mentor. They want to see that you're really serious about it, okay? I've seen in my career that some people ask for an advice because they feel like it at that moment, but they're really not serious about taking action or following through, and then that's a lot of people. So we really don't want to be part of that group. If we are, first of all, mentorship is extremely important. It can help you to get from point A to point B in a quicker, faster, with making less mistakes that will delay your success. But if you really think of it that way, you really have to take it seriously. And when you're approaching other people to mentor you, you have to show them how serious you are. And hopefully these are 8 different things that can help you in terms of that. But just because you want to be mentored, it doesn't mean that the mentors are going to really jump on and help you, because they're very cautious about their time. They want to know that you are serious, and they want to see that they're making a difference and making an impact. That's when they will be satisfied and really pour in whatever expertise that they have into you. So I hope that was helpful, guys, and if it was, please go ahead and share it with others so that others can benefit from it as well. And if you like it, please give me a like, and if you have any comments, any questions, I'm more than happy to take a look at them. If you want to send me questions privately, I'm more than happy to take a look at them as well. Send me private messages, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. Sometimes some messages get buried, but I eventually get back to you. It might take a little bit of time, but usually it won't happen that way. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me today. Make it a great Wednesday, and until I see you tomorrow, God bless you all. Bye-bye.